you Capricorns actually have the Tower, Page of Swords, and then you also have the Two of Swords. So what's going on here for you, Capricorns, is that some sort of illusion is essentially being torn down or revealed to you, that this is what the way you Capricorns thought it was. This is the actual way that it is. You Capricorns have certain people in your life right now who are kind of upset. Well, they're very upset at you that you Capricorns are making it. So some of this stuff could be family members, unfortunately, could be friends, could be exes, but it's people definitely who are close to you Capricorns who are jealous of you. Jealous of the fact of how quickly things turn around. I told you Capricorns in 2024 things were going to be on point with you. I told you that. And things are, right? Started off the year a little bit rocky and everything like that, but at the same time, you Aquarius started finding, excuse me, not Aquarius, excuse me, right? Honest mistake. You Capricorn started finding your way. I just did the Aquarius video. Sorry about that. You Capricorn started finding your own way. And like it is, I said before, to you Capricorns, now things are actually working for you Capricorns in your favor. And so now what's going on here is these people will say any kind of thing to themselves, any kind of justification whatsoever to get you Capricorns in a space where to them they're justified in doing whatever it is that, or being as jealous as they are to you. And so the Ace of Cups and then the Eight of Pentacles here represent for y'all, but it's people close to you though, or people who are close to you, past tense, that you may not hold as close to you anymore like that. So it could be, for you Capricorns, it could be an ex, it could be a family member who you probably kind of distance yourself from to a certain extent. Not saying that you Capricorns don't love them, but they just don't seem to understand fairness, right? They, again, it's this ideology that they have of entitlement. They want you Capricorns to essentially take care of them and all of that. And so the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles here represents you're not obligated to take care of them. They have their own life to live just like you do, right? And you, once again, you Capricorns did everything that you possibly could. You hooked them up with some money. You tried to help them out of their situation, right? They went right back to it. Instead of them take the money or take whatever help, whatever little help or big help probably that you Capricorns actually gave to them, and they looked at it and they say, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm going to look to become better from here. I'm looking at this like a learning experience. Instead of them do that, what do? They went right back to the same dysfunctional stuff, but they feel like when it comes to you Capricorns, they feel like they can get freebies. They feel like with you Capricorns, they could just get away with free stuff and get free things out of you. And the situation with that is the Emperor, the Four of Wands, and the Judgment right here for you Capricorns is all about how, but they don't understand you though. But you've also, they don't understand you. They don't understand that you Capricorns are the Emperor and the Four of Wands. You're building yourself up. You're consolidating with your significant other if you have one. And if you don't have one, you're looking, right? But if and when you get a significant other, they'll be lucky. And if they have the right mindset and they do right by you, they will get a lot from you, and you'll get hooked up quite well too from them liking you and being there for you. But the thing about it is that the Emperor right here represents you have family members who don't understand you Capricorns. They don't understand how you think. They don't want to know. The only thing that they can think about the most immediately is what they can get from you, how much they can take from you, what they can get. And the situation for you Capricorns is that this is why you're not around them now. This is why you don't take them seriously now. The Judgment is all about how, and so the situation with that is the Judgment is you being delivered from that, right? But it also represents how they're casting judgment to you because they're entitled. They're out here trying to make it seem like you Capricorns are the worst type of people when you Capricorns already put in your 2 cents. You did what you were supposed to do, right? When you get to the top, you're supposed to look out for other people. It's good custom, or it's customary, and it's good customs that you look out for people when you get to the top. When you accomplish certain things, it's customary that you kind of look out for people sometimes. Otherwise, people gonna look at you like, how you gonna reach to the top and then you don't show the streets love. But you Capricorns have already done that. That's the catch. You Capricorns have literally already done that. So now the thing is that the Five of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles here, you've been delivered from that, even though they're casting judgment from you, or casting judgment onto you. You Capricorns have already done what it is that you are supposed to do. So it's like, why do they feel so entitled in the first place to have your money and live with you and have the things that you have and the life that you Capricorns literally built? So now you have the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about how you Capricorns, you seeing it and you're losing respect for them in that sense. Not saying that you're going to lose respect for, just the basic level of respect, but you're losing respect for them in the sense that you're looking at them, going right back to the very beginning. You're looking at them from a different perspective. The Tower and the Page of Swords. How could they do this if they had your best interest in mind? They have your interest in mind only up to a certain point. To them, you can't get to a certain perspective without them. Otherwise, they don't want you reaching to a certain vantage point or a certain perspective. You see how they trying to do, you Capricorns? You see how dysfunctional they are? And so the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Pentacles here represents how you're looking at them like they're very small-minded, because how could they start doing this to you Capricorns, right? You basically hooked them up when you didn't essentially have to. You Capricorns could have gotten a new job and did what you're going to do, or made more money, or got the promotion. And you Capricorns could have been like, all right, forget about everybody, and been selfish and kept the money and did whatever and just only looked out for yourself with your new significant other that some of you may have. Some of you who may be single, your new apartment or whatever you have. No, you Capricorns didn't do that. You Capricorns reached out, you showed love. But here they are trying to now be like, I don't know, fixated on this entitlement about how you Capricorns owe them this and owe them that and everything. So they got too greedy, They ultimately got way too greedy. Let's clarify some of these cards and let's get out of here. So let's clarify the let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. No, let's clarify the Emperor. Let's clarify the Emperor for you Capricorns. Right? So to clarify the Emperor, you have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Swords, Four of Cups, and then you Capricorns also have the Eight of Cups. Right. This is what I'm talking about. You see how the Page of Swords pops up again? Showing you what's happening. What's happening is the Five of Swords and the Nine of Cups, which is the Five of Swords, how, this person showing you how they're moving. The Nine of Cups, they don't want you to be joyful. They don't want you Capricorns to think for yourself. They don't want you Capricorns to do any of that stuff. They want you Capricorns to listen to what they have to tell you. Listen to what they have to say. Do what they tell you, not as they do. And you're not even doing either. You're not listening to them, and you Capricorns are not doing what they did. You're learning from their lessons that they made mistakes on, that they should have learned. You Capricorns are also, you're doing the right things. You're showing love. You know what I'm saying? You're showing love. You showed them love. You did what it is that you're supposed to do. They're the ones who is lacking. They're the ones who's getting it wrong. And so, once again, the Page of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Nine of Cups here, and the Eight of Cups, is all about how you Capricorns, again, you can see how they're moving. They pressing you for money so much because again they think it's a freebie. They think everything is free. They trying to get everything for free and all of that. Meanwhile, look at how wild they're looking. Look at how dysfunctional they are, right? Look at how hard they're trying to press you. How are they gonna get at you, Capricorns, for money? For something that's in your own pocket, that's a right for you to decide how you're gonna spend your money however which way you want to, or your resources, or whatever kind of friends and connections that you made. How are they gonna decide that for you? But these people are out here trying to decide it for you. And so the Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups, they are determined to try to prove to you. You have these family members or friends or exes or whoever it is. I don't even think it's an ex. I think it's friends or family members who are trying to prove to you that you Capricorns need their help because you need a person to help manage all of this stuff because your life is gone out of control and you Capricorns don't know what you're doing. But it's actually quite the contrary. Excuse me. You Capricorns actually do know what you're doing. That's why you're in the position that you are versus them. They don't. If they got to your position, if they just was given everything by you Capricorns, these people would end up losing it. Because while you are getting there, you're also learning the lessons as to how to not only get it if you ever lost it again, but how to sustain it and grow, right? Cultivate it. Without those lessons, it doesn't matter if a person, you could give a person $1 million. They're gonna blow all of it. Or you can give a person who understands what to do with money when they get it in their hands, and they're gonna keep it. They're gonna find a way to keep the money coming in, to have the money be reciprocal to them. So when they give the money, they get the money. They give the money, they get the money, right? They get the money. Excuse me. They give the money, they get the money, right? And so that's what you Capricorns are. It's the juxtaposition. It's you and the decisions that the wise decisions that you Capricorns have made versus the decisions that they've made and how that doesn't work. And so, yeah, so they out here goofy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 28,136 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. The situation with them is that you Capricorns just need to keep doing what you are doing because you Capricorns are making good decisions, right? You're making very good decisions. And so the situation with that is that you're making, like I said, you're making good decisions. And so that's why it is that those people need you to be around. So don't listen to any of the nonsense that they have to say, right? So other than that, if you Capricorns want a personal reading from me, the link to that is in the comment section below, called a Linktree link. Yeah. I'm also coming out with my video game on the 21st this month, October 21st or the 22nd. It's called The Quest by Kareemspiritworks, of course. I have the IP, which is the intellectual property. I have the source code. Literally, I have it, so I can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I literally, and there's no other source code that's 100% identical to that one. So I can literally talk about it. The video game is coming out for $1 on the iOS. I'm gonna let y'all know when I dropped it. Go ahead and show some support. It's for $1. You can download it for $1. Play the whole video game for $1. I just want to see y'all show out, support me and everything. You know what I'm saying? It took me a little grip in order for me to actually make this video game, and I was helping the video game developers with what I wanted. So I hope y'all like it. Peace. Have a good one. Capricorn.